Hello, everybody. Peter the Booklover here, and this is Movie Talk. This is where I talk about the movies that I recently seen, and this is episode number 34. And in this episode, we're going to talk about the movie The Grapes of Wrath. Let's talk about this movie. Hello, everybody. I'm Peter the Booklover. I have a YouTube channel to where I talk about books and movies, and I have a great time doing it. Hopefully, you'll have a good time being here as well. And in this episode, we're going to talk about the movie Grapes of Wrath. Now, this is the book. I've read this book, and this is a very interesting book. But we're going to talk about the movie in a couple moments. So, let's talk about it. But before I get into the movie, I want to thank everybody for being here. It really means a lot to me that you're giving me your time, and I want to thank you so much for that. So, let's get into this. Okay, so this is The Grapes of Wrath. Now, I don't know the exact date it was released, but this movie came out in 1940. Okay, so before I give you my opinion of this movie, I'm going to go over the director and the cast of this movie. So, let's start off with the director. The director of this movie is John Ford. Now, John Ford made a lot of other movies, but the only one that I'm really familiar with is the movie The Searchers. And this was a very good John Wayne movie. I enjoyed it a lot. And it was a very good movie, and I recommend that movie. It's a very interesting movie, very beautiful movie, and I thought he did a great job with that movie. So let's go over the cast of this movie. Now, the first character that I'm going to talk about is the person that plays Tom Joad. And this is played by Henry Fonda. Now, Henry Fonda is a very famous actor, and he's been in a lot of things, but I only know him from a few movies. I haven't seen a lot of his movies, but let's go over his movies. Now, he was in a movie called On Golden Pond. Now, it's been a long time since I've seen this movie, but I remember when I seen this movie, I really enjoyed it a lot. But I don't remember much about it. I just remember it was a grandchild going to visit his grandparents, and it was very entertaining. It was very wholesome, great movie, On Golden Pond. And then he was also in a great World War II movie, and this is The Longest Day. And I thought this movie was fantastic. It's a great movie. It's factual, and it's very entertaining and very interesting, very educational. And I would recommend that. And then he was also in my favorite movie that he was in, that I know of, is 12 Angry Men. Now, 12 Angry Men is a fantastic movie. It's wonderful, and I enjoyed that a lot. And I've seen that quite a few times, and it's a very interesting movie. It's a courtroom movie, but it's a very interesting courtroom movie. And that's all the movies that I know about from Henry Fonda. So the next person I'm going to talk about is the person that plays Cassie. And this is played by John Carradine. And this is an actor that I've seen quite a few things of his that I've enjoyed. Now, this surprised me when I was doing the research of this. The movie The Secret of Nim. Now, I've seen this a long time ago, and I didn't put it together that that was John Carradine's voice as the owl. But now that I found it out, it's just like, oh, wow. And once it's pointed out to me, I was like, oh, it does sound like John Carradine. So it makes a lot of sense. Great performance in that movie. Voice acting performance. It's wonderful. I think it's my favorite movie that he's in. So the next movie that he was in is a great werewolf movie, The Howling. I don't really remember his performance. Kind of remember his performance in that movie. It's been so long since I've seen that movie, but I really enjoy The Howling a lot. It's a great movie. Great werewolf movie. Not as good as American Werewolf in London or Silver Bullet, but this was still a fantastic werewolf movie. Then he was in the classic, The Ten Commandments, and he did a great performance in that. That is a fantastic movie about the Ten Commandments. Very religious movie, and I loved it a lot. It's a great Easter movie. I watched this recently, and it was fantastic. Then he was also in The Bride of Frankenstein. Now, it's been a long time since I've seen this movie, but I would love to see this movie again, because I do not remember his performance, but if I watch this movie again, I'm going to be looking for his performance. And he was also in the classic The Invisible Man, and he's uncredited in this, but if I watch this again, I'm definitely going to be watching out for him, because I really love that movie. I definitely wouldn't mind watching that again, because that is a fantastic movie. And I also love that book. It's one of my, I think it's my favorite H.G. Wells story. It's even better than The Time Machine, in my opinion. And that's hard to beat, because The Time Machine is fantastic. Okay, so the next person that I'm going to talk about is the person that played Maud Jode. And this is played by Jane Darwell. And she's been in a couple movies that I really love. The first movie that I remember her from is Mary Poppins. Well, I mean, I don't remember her from Mary Poppins, but I remember Mary Poppins, and I love this movie. And then she was in another movie that I don't remember her in the movie, but I definitely remember this movie, Gone with the Wind. And if I watch Gone with the Wind again, I'm going to be looking for her. But yeah, Gone with the Wind is a fantastic movie, and I love that a lot. So the fourth person is the person that plays Grandpa. And this is played by Charlie Grapewin. And this guy was in one other movie that I know. And this is a good one, a very good movie. He was in The Wizard of Oz. And that is one of my favorite movies. I love that movie a lot. It's one of my favorite musicals. Fantastic movie. You gotta love it. Fantastic book series. I've read the Books of Oz, and they're great as well. Love it. Okay, so the next person that I'm going to talk about is the person that plays Muley. And Muley is played by John Quaylen. And this guy was in a couple movies that I really, really enjoyed. He was in The Searchers, which I mentioned before. It's a great Western. John Wayne does a great performance in that. Natalie Wood's in that movie as well. I really like that one. And he's in another movie, classic black and white movie, that had amazing cinematography for its time, and that is Casablanca. Casablanca is a fantastic movie. It's really awesome. The thing about it, though, when I first watched it, I didn't like it as much as I do now, because the papers didn't make sense. If you know, like, Germans wouldn't care about a piece of paper. You know, the Nazis were just ruthless, so I don't think a piece of paper really mattered back then. The Nazis did whatever they wanted, and they break any rules that they could. But this movie was beautiful. It's filmed beautifully. The cinematography is fantastic. You gotta love the song, As Time Goes By. Oh, fantastic song. And I really, really love this movie. Okay, so the last actor that I'm going to talk about is the person that plays the caretaker. And this is played by Grant Mitchell. And he's been in one other movie that I know, and it's a very good one, Arsenic and Old Lace. This is a Cary Grant movie that's very entertaining, very interesting movie about these really nice ladies that are murdering people to make. It's a really cool movie. If you've never seen Arsenic and Old Lace, it's a fantastic movie, and I recommend it. And it's got a lot of screwball things in it, but it is a very good movie, and I really, really enjoyed that a lot. So that's about all I could say about my opinion. Now, as I said, I've read this book, The Grapes of Wrath, recently, and the movie and the book match pretty well. The thing about it is I read this book, and I was going to watch the movie immediately afterwards, but it was not available, So I had to wait a little bit to be able to see this movie. And it matches quite a bit. But there's some things missing of it. And I feel the same way about both. Now, the thing about this is that there are some really serious things that happen, but they happen like in the middle of this movie. And I feel like this story would be a lot better if something dramatic happened at the end and it left you with something that was like really heartbreaking. This movie kind of frizzles out. This story kind of frizzles out, in my opinion. And it kind of like, it's a great journey getting there. But like I said, this movie is because it's a drama. This is one bad thing happening to this family after another. So this is definitely a drama, but it doesn't have that like exclamation point at the end of the movie. But it's still a fantastic book and it's a fantastic movie. This was not as good as East of Eden. East of Eden is one of my favorite John Steinbeck stories, or Of Mice and Men. Both of those were better, especially Of Mice and Men. That's got like that exclamation point ending. If you know Of Mice and Men, the ending of that is, I love that ending. This did not have an ending like that. I wish it did. But it was still a very interesting movie, and it was an interesting journey to get to there. Now, let me give you my rating of this movie. I give this an 8 out of 10. And that means it's a great movie, and I love this movie, but at the same time, it could be a little bit better. But that's my opinion, 8 out of 10. And that's The Grapes of Wrath. So that's about it. I am Peter the Book Lover. If you like this video, please hit the like button. It means a lot to me. I'd love to hear from you. It means a lot to me. And if you can, please leave me some comments. I'd love to hear from you. If you've read this book or on the movie, let me hear from you. It's my favorite part of doing this. And if you subscribe to my channel, I hope you're enjoying my videos that I'm providing you. But if you haven't, please subscribe to my channel. I make about 2 videos a week, and I make an effort to make them the best that I can. But I'm far from perfect. But I do make an effort making these the best that I can. So that's about it. I'm Peter the Book Lover. I want to thank you for coming by, and I hope to see you in the next video.